Paul Graham from Optimal Body Personal Training. Today I'm going to talk to you about willpower and sticking to your diet, sticking to your exercise plan, and actually losing weight. And I want to try to change your perspective on how you look at this. So I want you to stop and think about why you want to lose weight. Really, what is it you're looking to get from losing weight? If you actually stop and think about this, I'm going to put money down that the big thing motivating you is feeling better about yourself, feeling more confident, feeling comfortable inside of your own body. I'm sure there might be a lot of health reasons and things like that, but I'm going to put money down the big motivating factor is essentially feeling better about yourself. Now I want you to stop and think about what you do if you get off track with your nutrition or your exercise plan. I bet you, as soon as you hit a little bump in the road or you start having problems, you probably start thinking or labeling yourself as lazy, saying you don't have enough willpower, saying you can't stick to your diet, you can't stick to your exercise program. The number one thing we have with new clients coming in is telling us they don't have enough willpower, they're lazy, and they need someone else to hold them accountable because they can't do it. So I want you to stop and think about this for a second. Your goal is to feel better about yourself, feel more comfortable, more confident. Yet what you're trying to do to get there is labeling yourself with all these negative things. How are you ever going to feel better about yourself if you're labeling yourself as lazy, as not having enough willpower, as not being able to hold yourself accountable? Really stop and think about that for a second. It's going to be impossible to ever start feeling better about yourself if that's what you keep doing every time a challenge or a bump along the road happens, or every time you get off track. And I want you to stop and think about this for a second. If you're like these people coming into me who say, well, I don't have enough willpower, what I usually say to them is, I guarantee you, you have willpower. And they say, no, I definitely don't. And so I ask them, if I asked you to eat this way, healthy, have a treat from time to time, but overall eat healthy, eat this way that's going to help you to lose weight, could you do that for 2 years? And they're like, oh, no way, I can't stick to that. Then I ask them, if I told you at the end of that 2 years, you're getting $2 million if you stick to that, could you do it? And they're like, well, yeah, of course I could. So if you think about that for a second, and you could do it for $2 million or $1 million, or probably even less than that, probably $50,000, you don't really lack willpower, do you? Or a lot of these people say, well, I'm lazy. I can't get myself to exercise because I'm just plain lazy. Again, I bet you're not lazy. I'm going to put money down. You probably go into work every day. If you have kids, you probably get up and take care of your kids. You probably brush your teeth twice every day. You probably take care of a lot of different responsibilities with friends and family. So you're not really that lazy either, are you? You're just struggling to actually stick with exercising and eating properly. So what you need to do is stop using these forms of labeling yourself as accountability. This is the big problem with a lot of people, is they look at accountability as essentially beating themselves up. And this isn't getting you to your goal of feeling better about yourself. So what we try to do with clients is teach them new forms of accountability and try to change the way you're looking at things. So from our end, we don't look at getting off track with nutrition or lifestyle as a bad thing. We look at that as a good thing. And you might think that's kind of strange, but all getting off track is just like a flare going up or a warning signal saying, well, there's something that needs to be addressed here. There's something that triggered you to get off track. What you need to do, instead of immediately saying, I'm lazy, I did it again, oh, I don't have enough willpower, what you need to do is just slow down and say, okay, I got off track, that's okay. What do I actually have to learn from this? And so what I want you to do right now, get out a piece of paper, get out a pen. And I actually want you to do this right now. I'm going to put money down. Part of your brain's going to start telling you why you don't have to get the pen or the paper right now. Going to make you probably want to shut the video off, or you say, oh, I'll do that after, I'll do that later. Don't do that. Actually get the pen and get the piece of paper right now. And what I want you to do is actually write out the last time you got off track with your nutrition, with your diet, or with your lifestyle, trying to lose weight. I want you to actually write out what triggered you to get off track, what actually caused you to get off track. And do that without using any negative labels towards yourself. Actually look at what really happened. Then once you figure that out, I want you to actually stop and write out, what can you do in the future so that things go better. And again, don't go to some thing where it's like, well, in the future, I have to have more motivation. I have to have more willpower. I need to not be as lazy. I need to get my shit together. Don't do that. Instead, actually come up with real things you can do. What are you going to do when that trigger, whatever it was that set you off track, how do you want to respond to that in the future? This is what real accountability is that's going to be more positive. Instead of labeling yourself with something negative, you're actually constructively coming up with how you're going to be more successful in the future. Think about how that's going to help you to move towards actually reaching your real goal, which is to feel more comfortable, feel more confident, feel better about yourself, feel comfortable inside your own body. So actually give that a try. Stop moving away from labeling yourself with all these negative labels. You're going to have a positive weight loss experience, which means long-term success.